Hey everybody, video 5. I like to share some thoughts, some personal experiences, and feelings regarding COVID-19, my mental health, and my addiction slash recovery. Hopefully to encourage others. If you would like to judge while I'm doing this video, please do. I give you permission. Please make comments. This week for me has been, I have gotten tested, and the COVID test came back negative, which took a week and 1 day for the results to come back, and the waiting was excruciating. I, of course, it was like they made a mistake, or I took the test wrong, or I must have it because other people were getting their test results quicker than mine. I did some research and Long Beach was backed up. I read it in the paper, but then at the same time, I'm like, I read the wrong thing, and not on the paper, but more everything is online these days. But I'm negative, and I think that's important because you may ask, what made me go get tested? Besides the obvious, we living in the age of COVID. My anxiety was all over the place. I mean, like I was telling people, I had a booger in my nose, and it was like, oh my God, a COVID booger. you know, um, and it just helped me with alleviating some of that anxiety. Do I still have anxiety? I still do. Do I still have some feelings of fear? I still do, but it's lessened. And that's what the whole goal, I believe, human beings are to go more for the pleasure and lessen the pain. And when I'm feeling any of those negative emotions, and I'm not saying good or bad emotions, just negative emotions, I'm experiencing some type of psychological pain. And I don't know about you, but if I can alleviate some of that pain, I will. So, go get tested. I likened it to people, thinking about me being HIV positive. The reason I've been so successful at living with that diagnosis is because I got diagnosed when I was 21. So most of my adult life I've been diagnosed with HIV, but I found out early. And the earlier you find out, the better. I'm listening to some people thinking reasons why they don't need the test, or I don't have symptoms yet, and having symptoms may lead to being on a respirator. And by that time, do you really need the test? No. So go get tested. And again, it's personal choice. No judgment. What else this week? I went to get a chest X-ray, which was also very scary. I went to Kaiser, and with the PPE, the face mask, you can't touch the elevator buttons, one door in, one door out, the shields, over the glass when you're talking to the receptionist. All I wanted was an X-ray, and I felt like I was on at a spaceship. It was just that overly sanitized, and I know why, and I'm grateful that they are doing that. But again, it keeps you in that anxious like feeling. Or for me, I don't know about you, and again, me being a recovering alcoholic and addict, my feeling quota is always higher than most people. So most people went in there and thought immediately, what a good thing Kaiser doing. I went there and was like, this is too much. This is too much. And no, it's not. But that's how I do life. And again, my trauma comes up. I had been, traumatized, as a kid, emotionally, spiritually, sexually, psychologically. So when I walk into places where I have no control, right away it's like I'm being beat again. Although that's not a reality, but the body remembers pain, and talking about the brain development, the prefrontal cortex, where that's where all the reasoning and things like that happens. That's not accentuated for me. My limbic system, which is the back part of the brain, the reptilian part of the brain, I lived from that most of my life: fight, flight, or freeze. And although I've been in recovery for 30 years, I still can go back to that flight, fright, or freeze, and I don't have to do that today. I can look at things and say, this is not happening because I'm about to die. This is happening to prevent me from getting COVID-19. Everything that's happening right now is to prevent us from getting COVID-19. But also, we're in a very not knowing place. We have no. We're trying to have control in an uncontrollable environment. Because basically, science has control. The government really has control. So how can we get control? This is where we have to tap into our inner resources, which we all have. You can get through this based on you're watching this video that you have not gotten to this place in your life, not know how to handle crisis, and this is a crisis indeed. I mean, you know how to take and do the next indicated step, which it might be calling someone just to get some validation that we all experiencing this together. We have computers, for me, it's doing the online 12-step meetings. For you, it might be connecting with your religious organization or a family member or someone that just brings calm and ease and comfort, because that's important to have right now, is those feelings, because the other feelings, yes, they're there. And the only way to get rid of those, again, negative feelings, not good feelings, not bad feelings, just feelings, is to try to, work through them. Feelings are transitional. There's a beginning, there's a middle, and there's an ending to every emotion. And somewhere we were taught that you couldn't feel this and you couldn't feel that. No, we are human beings. We're meant to feel the whole gamut of emotions. And as many people say, I can't really appreciate happiness until I acknowledge it and experience sadness. I can't experience joy unless I acknowledge and experience depression. So don't push the feelings away. And I said it in my last video. That which you resist persists. The more I keep saying I'm not feeling this, I'm not feeling this, I'm not experiencing this, guess what you keep feeling and experiencing? So give yourself permission to grieve right now. I mean, there's a grieving period in this. I mean, what once was is no longer. It probably will never come back that way. People say it's never going to be normal again. Well, normal is relative. We'll thrive. We're human beings. That's what we do. We thrive. So, I hope this video helped you. I don't want to keep, I'm trying to keep them brief. I talk about my experience, and this is my experience. You may not experience it like me. Feel free to make a comment. I really appreciate it if you would. If you felt like it was a bunch of baloney, Linwood, shut up, and I'll be like, I'll probably still keep talking. But I do love you. I wish you calm. I wish you health. I wish you ease. I wish you happiness. And I wish you comfort. Take care now. Bye-bye.